OS here, bringing you my first ever Oversoul, also known as OS, playthrough. Today I'm going to be talking about Oversoul, about my channel, and just other fun things that are going to be happening. So we're going to start with a random battle just to get things going. So basically I created this channel because Oversoul, its player base and its fans have begun to stop playing as frequently, and people have been saying that it's going downhill, that it could close. Well, I think it's still an amazing game, and I honestly don't think it should stop. So I am making these videos to kind of keep it alive, and I'm going to just be playing through the game as if I were just a normal player starting out. So I chose my starting character. It's the barbarian that you see on the screen on the right-hand side, or left-hand side, sorry. And she's an ice-type character, meaning she has a lot of shields and walls, meaning she's a good tank. And who we're fighting, he's a Shadow Spire, much more offensive. He relies heavily on dots, damage over time, and poisons and vampires of such, so leeching life, which means damaging me and gaining the life he stole. So basically what's going to happen with my channel is weekly, so probably once every week or so, I will be uploading a new episode of Oversoul walkthrough, playthrough, whatever I choose to call it, something snazzy. And it'll be just about me playing through the game as well as talking and just going through what it's like and how amazing the game is. So as you can see, as we're starting, we chose the random monster battle, which means it's just going to give us a random monster, and we got Shadow Spire, who is he's a pretty quick enemy to take out actually, just because he doesn't have too many blocks and too many heals. The vampirism does get a little annoying, but besides that, he's not that tough of an enemy. So we should be able to take him out pretty quickly. As you can see, I just froze him, and later on in the video I will be going over what cards do, how the cards work, what fun there is to play with them. But for now, let's be in the battle. Also, did you see that burn in the beginning? I was all like, your weapon, I've seen fairies with better weapons than you. Like, that was pretty harsh. That's Shadow Spire, he's feeling the burn. I'm sassy. It's true, my character, she knows how to sass. But anyway, as you can see, he's frozen, so he can't attack, so I can just be like pounding up on him. Oh, that sounded weird. I can be pounding damage onto him, damaging him while he's there, just standing, frozen. So yeah, while he's frozen, we have the liberty to attack him with all of our pierces and our normal attacks, and we're just gonna wreck his face in, because that's what we do. That's how we do it as Salene OS. Okay, so first thing on the list, now that all my ranting about pounding him with damage is over, first thing on the agenda. First of all, make sure to check out the Oversoul general discussion at the Badly On forum. It's a great place, a lot of forumites. You can talk to me there. My name's Salene. I will usually be on the Dragon Fable GD, general discussion, which is also a great game to check out. But if you want to PM me, we can hang out in Oversoul. I can talk to you on the forums, all that good stuff. So make sure to head there. Again, that's Oversoul general discussion on the Badly On. Okay, next thing on the list was make sure to check out the game itself, Oversoul, owned by Arctic Entertainment. Oversoul is a great game, card-based. I don't know if I don't think it's considered a role-playing game, but it is. Damage is taken in turns. But Arctic Entertainment has a lot of great games to check out, and Oversoul is one of my favorites. So if you're bored and you need to browse the internet, check out Oversoul, free to play, amazingly awesome, created and owned by Nolgath, who is just an amazing artist. He's doing all this art and animation along with others. It's not all him. And it's just a wonderful game. Honestly, as soon as I started playing it, I was in love. So make sure to check that out. I will put a link in the description to both the forums and the game. It's an amazing game, really. I would check it out. And then third thing on the list is make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, because it helps me know what to do, whether you like watching Oversoul videos or not. Make sure to comment, leaving like what you think I should do, any suggestions for places I should go to try to catch. Are they creatures? I don't know if they're not all creatures, but places to catch all these awesome guys like Shadow Squire and stuff, because there are so many cards in the game. And also, another awesomely cool thing about Oversoul is that most Artix Entertainment games, it is updated relatively frequently. So we'll get an update every approximately like 2 weeks. And it's so great because these updates, they add new cards, new features. So whenever there's a new update like that, I will make sure to like go and farm for that card, and I will talk and annoy you guys, and we will get that card, and it will be amazing, and other shenanigans. Okay, so with that out of the way, I just own that guy. I mean, look, Shadow Squire is dead, and I wrecked him. I came in like a wrecking ball. I kind of did. But anyway, so and then another cool thing is when you defeat a card, you have a chance to catch him. Let's see if I can. Accept. I did, and now it's not 100%. I got really lucky, actually, that I caught him on the first try. But not every card is 100% to catch. Like, some of the rare, more powerful cards are actually really low. So anyway, when you click characters, you can see that I now have Shadow Squire in my little character bank, and I can play as him. He has some pretty cool cards. You can equip him. His cards, as I said before, are a lot of dots and vampirisms, health leeching, we'll just go. And he does have a sacrifice too, which means you can sacrifice your health to do damage, which is actually a pretty awesome card. But I'm going to stay as the Barbarian. She's a pretty sound card, and I honestly like her more. I mean, I love all my little baby shadows. Okay, cover your Shadow Squire. But my Barbarian's my favorite. Anyway, so as you can see now too, this is the world map. It's a giant map. It has so many different places to explore, and basically what you do is you go around and you get to go to all these cool places, and if you click the explore button, look, I'm just dancing on this rock. If you click the explore button, you can see what's there. So we're going to explore, and let's see what I find. Oh, okay. This is an ice nomad. Oh, look at that burn. He doesn't even know what to say. He's speechless. I am just sassy and wonderful, and he's kind of dumbfounded. So anyway, this is an ice squire. He is also an ice element type, so he is also going to have a lot of walls, a lot of defensive plays, so this battle could take quite a while. And I might speed it up. No, I don't think I will, because I can talk. I got that talking mouth. So, yeah, I'm not going to speed it up because I can talk for it. But anyway, basically another cool feature of Oversoul is it's actually a pretty new feature, but it's called card customization. And what it allows you to do is, for money, you can buy cards. So I could give a fire card to my Barbarian, who I need to name, so leave a comment. Actually, no, I'm going to name her right now. The Ice Snowman I'm fighting, he's Gary. He looks like a Gary. He talks like a Gary. He tastes like a Gary. Oh, that just got weird. Anyway, and my Barbarian, I'm gonna call her Redford. Yep, that's right, Redford the Barbarian. Anyway, so the new feature, card customization, allows you to buy cards for your character. So I could give my character a fire elemental card, even though she is an ice element. And this makes gameplay so cool, because I could be dual wielding different elements and fighting at the same time, and it allows for so much strategy that I might get into later, but right now there's not much strategy involved in the first few levels, I have to admit. It's pretty much just hack and slash and block. Yeah, you're not going to be seeing a lot of MLG Pro strats here. But anyway, so as you can see in my hand, I have my favorite card, the Ice Wall. It's just kind of like D9. It's a giant shield, gives you plus 1,000 bucks. I'm not going to use it yet because it's not really worth it, but soon I will, and he's going to be trembling, and I will laugh. I will laugh at him, and I will say, you shouldn't have messed with Redford. Redford owns everything. So after this, I think I'll do a few more battles, and then I'll wrap it up by giving a description of the cards, what their abilities are, mana cost. I'll give the general overview that happens in most walkthroughs. But besides that, the game pretty much revolves around just exploring. You find new cards, you battle them, and then you have a chance to possess them. And once you've possessed a card, You can level them up, which leveling them up gives them more health. I don't believe it adds to attack, but it gives them more health. And if you level them up enough, they can actually evolve, quote unquote, which basically means they become a more powerful card. So I might show that too, how evolution works, because you can see character trees, but it'll give you new cards, it'll give you a new look. It generally makes you more powerful. I believe it ups your rank. So right now I believe this card is common, she's a starting card. It's not difficult to catch her at all. But as I level her up, I believe I can get her to legendary, veteran, master. There's so many cool ranks you can get. Another cool feature about Oversoul, which I also forgot, which is actually my favorite part, is that on the forums you can give your suggestions to Oversoul, and they'll actually Nullgath, he'll use them. He has contests where if you win, you can have your character in game. There's a character suggestion forum where people suggest cards and they get put in game. It's kind of crazy, so we might catch a card that was created by someone that you've talked to on the forums. Everyone on the forums is really close, which is super cool too. Anyway, this guy just got owned. I mean, he's dead. If I get a pierce, I'm just gonna go through that armor and I'm gonna stab him. And poor Gary. I kind of feel bad actually. He was my friend. But see, this battle, as you can see, has used a lot of shields. The other elements like fire, it also has a lot of dots, damage over time. It has a lot of fire spells, and it doesn't have very good defense, but it has great offense. Water, which is not the same as ice actually, revolves a lot around healing. So water cards have a lot of healing in them, which is really interesting to use because it's different than defense because you're not blocking attacks, but you're healing them. So you're basically negating the damage in a different way. It's interesting to use. Energy cards revolve a lot around buffing yourself, so giving your attack cards more power. It's actually really cool to use. Chaos, which is that little purple eye on the right hand side of the screen, actually has not been released yet, but Arctic's Entertainment games revolve around a lot around, oh I just owned him, that pierce though, revolve a lot around chaos, and this may be added, we're not sure yet, but the chaos element may be added soon to Oversoul as well, adding chaos cards, which would be super cool. And then there are other types too that I'm forgetting or neglecting to say because I'm not sure exactly what their skill set and attack formation, it's a weird word, but is like. But we will probably get into that later in the series when we have crazy amounts of cards. Oh, I am sassy. Her weapon, it does look like a fairy weapon, I gotta admit. Really. I'm sorry, witch. It's true. Oh, you, that is rude. I am a beautiful Redford. I am gonna wreck you for that. So as you're gonna see in this battle too, since considering the witch is a fire type, her spells are going to be revolving a lot around super damage or damage over time. Since she's so low level and she's not a really rare card, she's pretty weak and easy to defeat, she might not have too many dots because those are slightly more endgame. But she's just what she did there, she had a 300 pierce, where most pierces are only 100. So she's an interesting enemy to fight. I don't really use cards like her often, simply because I'm a really defensive player, and I like having something to back me up so that I can basically come back from death in a way by shielding or healing. So I don't know if I'm going to play as her that much, but our goal, we gotta catch them all. This is Pokemon Evolved. This is Pokemon Evolved right here. So yeah, I mean obviously we're going to try to catch her, but as you saw before, catching is not 100% with that ice spire. Also, if you notice, we leveled up, so we are now level 2. If you are very perceptive, you will also notice we have gained health, and our enemy is also leveled up with us. Before they were level 1, now they are level 2 as well. So as you level up, your enemies will level up as well to give you a challenge. And now I bet you're also wondering whether bosses are higher level. They aren't necessarily higher level, but they usually have better cards, better skill sets, more powerful attacks, which make the game more challenging. Now bosses, they aren't exactly bosses, they're just sometimes more powerful cards. There is a few dungeons in game, which we will make sure to visit, and in said dungeons, at the end, there's a card that you can try to possess that is extremely powerful, and usually master, veteran, or rare. It's pretty hard to find, sometimes even legendary. So as the series progresses, we may try to catch one of those. But as you can probably tell, there's so much to do in this game. You can go through dungeons, there's PvP, which is player versus player. So I can play against other players. Like if you join me on the server, we can fight it out and Redford will crush you. And then there's also PvE, which is player versus enemy, which we did in the very beginning, which is a player fights a randomized enemy. There's just so much to do, and there's infinite possibilities for strategies, cards to get. It's really unique in that sense. Now, as you can see in this battle, I am the one with all the defense. She can't even comprehend, and she's just dying. But things, as you get to level like 20, and I believe that's the cap, so I was going to say level 20 or higher, but 20 is the highest you get crazy health. Like I believe you have like 15,000 health, 20,000 health, you get crazy amounts of health, and battles literally go on for like 30 minutes. So in the beginning it's pretty quick, and you don't gain too much experience, but as it goes on, it's going to be way more heated and like strategy based, and like Redford's going to be pouncing around everywhere, like running around, it's going to be crazy, that's all I know. Also, in the corner, you can see a little camera right over the option button. That camera will take a picture of what's happening on the screen. If you have, oh, I crushed her. Yeah, that's right, my face is pretty, I don't look like a pile of ashes, and I didn't even want to capture you anyway. But as you saw in the corner, there was a photo, a little camera. So you can take a picture of the screen, and it's kind of awesome, it's kind of awesome. So in the comments, also send me your best pictures, your funniest pictures. Maybe your character is stuck midair in a weird position, or whatever it may be. Just send me your cool pictures of Oversoul, because I would love to see those. I may feature them in my video. I will do cool stuff. So anyway, here we are with the cards. So as you can see, those top 4 cards are just normal 100 attack, next are 200 attack, next are 500 attack. In the right-hand corner, the top right-hand corner of the card, you see its energy cost. That costs 4 ice mana, or not mana, 4 ice energy, I believe. And then next to that is the name of the card, so like attack. And below that you can see pierces. They pierce through armor. There's its energy cost, there's its damage, and so they can get through your defense, which is the card next to it. And that basically helps you to block attacks. So as you were seeing, I was blocking the Pyre Witch's attack. She was totally freaking out. She's like, why can't I hit you? And that, you can see its mana cost 2, and you can see its name. And it could block like 200 and a 200 and a 100, which equals 500 damage, or a 500 and no other cards. But it's pretty nice block. Next card next to that is Ice Wall. It's a pretty average card, 6 energy to cast. It gives you plus 1,000 defense. And I suppose it saves space, because 2 shields cost the same as an Ice Wall. And then next to that is Freeze. You can see its energy cost. Oh, look at my eyeshadow. That's nice. That looks snazzy. Freeze will freeze the enemy. They lose 2 turns. And it costs 7 energy. And during those 2 turns, I can attack, I can power up, I can do a whole lot of stuff. So anyway, you can see my health is now at 1,700. Before it was at 1,500, I believe. Now we're going to do a PvE to finish off the episode. So my final thing is, I hope it's a new enemy. I really hope it's not. Oh, it's the Shadow Squire. Hi, yeah, we're gonna have to crush you too. You're not as nice as the first one, and you weren't even named. So I'm gonna name you. Look like, you know what? You know who you're like. You actually don't look like him at all, but you feel like a Dumbledore. I feel like your name is Dumbledore. I feel it in my heart. You're a Dumbledore. Okay, so I'm gonna crush Dumbledore. And once Dumbledore is defeated, we're going to finish up the episode. Make sure, once again, to check out Oversoul on the Badly On forums, the game Oversoul by Artix Entertainment. Make sure to leave a comment, make sure to subscribe, leave feedback, leave pictures. Tell me what cards are the best to get. Tell me where to go. Tell me what would be funny. tell me if there are other YouTubers I should try to like play with, anything, and make sure most of all to tell your friends to play the awesome game Oversoul, because it is not dead, no matter what anyone says. It is just starting. Hence my little picture, in case you didn't see my icon, is the card Void Rebirth. I think that pretty much sums up the game Oversoul. It's just starting, guys. Like, it's coming back. Don't you worry. So, with that said, we are going to crush this guy. Crush him like an icy, and just feed on his bones. Okay, that just got weird. We are not going to do that. We are just going to crush him, beat him, steal his gold. We will try to possess. Can I get 2 of him? I wonder if I can. I'm going to try to beat him and then get 2 of him. That would be wonderful if I could do that. My life will be complete. I would just get an army of Redfords. I would have like 100 barbarians, and they'd run around freezing stuff and creating ice walls and just being wonderful. Oh, another thing too, if I messed up any information, leave a comment about that too, because it's super helpful to hear, just so that I don't make it again and seem stupid on YouTube once more. So, all of that, make sure to do all of that. Make sure to leave some love for Salene OS. Tell your friends to subscribe to Salene OSS, to subscribe to Salene OS, and to play the game. That's pretty much it. So now we're just gonna crush this guy. He can't get through my shield. My shield, I am titanium. It's true. I am titanium. You stab me, but I get up. Redford is titanium. She is titanium. Yeah, I'm gonna sing a lot throughout the series too. So if you're like allergic to singing, you know, just walk away now, because that's gonna be happening a lot. Oh, also if you're allergic to bad singing, walk away, because I tend to make very bad puns, and they have been known to kill. I'm sorry to my grandpa, who is now dead because of a pun. No, I'm just kidding. So, Dumbledore is just not dying. God, I was like gonna wrap the video all quickly, but it's been like 20 minutes, and I blame Dumbledore. I'm gonna take out just all my rage on him, because you know what? He is a butt. He's a butt. I'm sorry I went there, but he is a butt. And then, oh, another cool thing, in the background, you might notice that statue that says Warlick, I believe it's Warlick. He is one of the creators of the game, Oversoul. He's a coder, I believe, and he and Rolf do a lot of cool stuff. You can also see Rolf on the left-hand side. He's the dude with the metal armor and the hammer, blonde hair. And what's cool too is that the people that create these games, they're not like most businesses. You can talk to them, you can ask for help, you can suggest things to them, and they're friendly and they'll respond back to you. It's just a really nice atmosphere where you can say you can like be their best friend, which is like pretty much all Artix Entertainment fans' dreams. And they will even put you in the game, which is pretty crazy cool. So like I would just take the risk and join the forums and become their best friend. God, Dumbledore, I actually hate you. I actually hate you, Dumbledore. Like, can you just not? Can you just die? I mean, I already said you sort of look like a fairy, and then you made some like bad remark. It's honestly not cool anymore. So I'm gonna have to kill you, and I'm gonna have to kill you really hardcore. Yeah, sorry. No mercy. I was gonna show you mercy, okay? But now you're dead, and I'm gonna own you with the Pierce and a 200 and a 100 and show you what's up. Yeah, that's what's up. That is what is up. So now that he is dead, basically, thank you all for watching. Remember all my wonderful little comments of randomness. Don't stay if you're allergic to puns. And everyone have an awesome day. Make sure to check back later this week for more Oversoul content. And just enjoy the game. Oh, darn it, I can't have an army of Redfords, but in my dreams I can. And you know what they say, dreams is all that that's not actually a quote. I'm sorry, I just made that up. Anyway, guys, bye and take care. Have an awesome day. Next week we'll be going into the inn. Mysterious, full of rats. Super fun. Bye.